have won the Super Bowl. They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history.
You have just witnessed history in New Orleans. Drew Brees is the NFL's all-time leading passer.
6-time world champion. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
And now, 540 touchdowns.
We own this division. Make sure they remember that today.
My gosh. Look at how many passing yards will be on the field together. Career passing yards, career passing touchdowns. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not going to do the math. I mean, it's just week one. It's early in the morning out here. It's a lot. James Palmer is standing by for his second hit of the day. James.
Well, thanks, Rich. From the top on down in the Bucs organization, they believe Tom Brady has already changed their culture. Bruce Arians consistently calls him a coach on the field. And spending a month with them, I saw numerous times Brady pulling players aside after a rep, and not just guys that he throws the football to, and coaching them up. I talked to cornerback Sean Murphy-Bunting this week, and he said they are more prepared for Drew Brees this week because of a camp going against Brady and how they both use their eyes and are so accurate with the football. But he also told me when he's blitzing and there's times where he feels like he's coming free, Brady calls him out pre-snap, and he knows he's coming. After the reps, he told me, Brady tells him, you're doing certain things with your body language. You may not see it, but I notice it. He's making everyone better, Rich, in that building.
Thanks very much, James. Stand by there. I'm sure we'll be hearing quite a bit from you from the Superdome. And now it's Kurt Warner appearing on my magic screen over here. So, Kurt, so many issues that normally would have any quarterback thinking about all sorts of items when you go into a new team, certainly after you've done it a certain way for 20 years. What is the biggest challenge in your estimation for Brady this season?
Well, Rich, I think it's twofold, and James hit on it a little bit earlier. The first is the language barrier, is that when you move to another team, you know, when somebody calls a play, you want to be able to visualize the play as soon as you hear it in your ear. When you go to a new team and the language is different, oftentimes it's like learning a new language. You go back to your native language. Okay, what did that mean in New England? Okay, now I got it. So there's a time of hesitation when you're going up to the line of scrimmage or you're hearing the play for the first time. And so you have to get over that barrier and try to get to the point where it just becomes natural for you. The second part is the guy that's in your ear calling those plays. All of us as quarterbacks process the game a certain way. We've talked a lot about it in the offseason. It seems like Brady processes the game short to long. Seems like Bruce Arians processes the game long to short. So those two guys coming on the same page is going to be something interesting to watch. Now, we're saying all this from the outside looking in. Maybe they do see the game very similar, but I believe best quarterbacks play caller combinations are ones that see and understand the game the same way. So it'll be interesting to see if these two guys feel that or if it's going to take some time for them to get to that point.
Well, I mentioned earlier at the top of our broadcast here that the Patriots are opening up a season with a quarterback not named Tom Brady for the first time in 19 years. Well, the quarterback who did start that year was Drew Bledsoe. So, who's the last quarterback not drafted by the Patriots to start a game for New England? Yes, I do believe this is my 11th year on the show. We have yet to show Scott Secule's vision, but there it is. That's Scott Secule's running for his life back in the day. Now it's Cam's gig.
With the first pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Cam Newton.
Big-time player, awful lot to like.
Winning's what I do, kid. I don't take no L's. Make my haters lose.
Cam Newton, the legend grows.
One more game to try to win in Super Bowl 50.
Make excuses, I make room up on my mantle.
Cam Newton's first title will have to wait.
We haven't really seen a healthy Cam for 2 years.
The Panthers are finally cutting their quarterback.
Cam Newton has been named the successor to Tom Brady.
Now the real work starts.
Nobody works harder than Cam.
Mike Giardi is in Gillette. Mike?
Thank you, Rich. For just the second time in 19 years, the Patriots will begin the season with a starting quarterback not named Tom Brady. It was Jimmy Garoppolo in 2016, thanks to Deflategate, and now it is Cam Newton, who was just signed less than 2 months ago. We asked Cam if he feels pressure replacing Brady, and he said, I don't feel pressure. He said, I have a job to do. That's what I plan to do. And he said, I don't think Tom Brady is worried about little old me, and I'm not going to be worried about him. I have other things that I have to be concerned with. Now, Newton hasn't played a game in over a full calendar year, but he said, I haven't forgotten how to play, guys. And one other thing, he said, I don't give butterflies. Rather, I don't get butterflies. I give butterflies. He claimed he was joking, Mooch, but I don't believe he was.
I don't think he was either, Mike. That's true. And, boy, is it going to be strange, right, Irv, to see Cam Newton in a Patriots uniform? But I ask you, Irv, does Cam Newton have enough playmakers around him to beat the Dolphins today?
Coach, and I thought about it, and I said we can look at what these guys did. N'Keal Harry, only had 12 receptions last year, 105 yards. So you say, okay, what is Cam going to work with Julian Edelman? But that's that quick, short game that Tom Brady did so well. That's not necessarily Cam's game. I don't think it's necessarily about the playmakers he has around him. It's about the playmaking he has in him, Coach, because whatever is going to take a lot of Cam, the old Cam Newton, to get this team where they want to go. That's why he's making the statement, I don't get butterflies, I give butterflies. But this is where he should have butterflies. The last 2 years, trying to make plays has gotten him sitting on the sideline with injuries, and that you got to watch. But he's going to have to do a lot of this to get this team where he wants it.
And he'll do that because you remember the Dolphins beat the Patriots late in the season last year, but this year they're playing against a different offense, and Cam Newton is going to be playing like the video we just showed. He's going to be running around like a crazed dog. And you know what? The Dolphins don't have any film to prepare for. They have not seen Cam Newton in a Josh McDaniels offense yet. So they'll be guessing as to what to practice and how to play against him. And he's going to do all that stuff, throw the ball to Julian Edelman. But he's going to have the zone reads and the RPOs and all kinds of things that are going to be new to the Dolphins. So let's go on over where the Eagles and Washington will be playing today.